Two things. I've been to Afghanistan, okay, so many times now, and I was supposed to be flying tomorrow. By the way, I didn't couldn't go this time around. I have to meet a lot of people there. I'm meeting a lot of people, and I've seen girls going to school myself. और मैंने खुद भी पूछा. I've asked them what's going on. They said we're taking three steps process. It's a step-wise process. Step one, we had to make sure that whatever curriculum was being taught in the universities and colleges, especially schools, we had to change that, which is a good step. I'm not for that education system. They're still going to adopt this polluted education system because that's what, I can't just change that. It's going to take a long time. But now girls are going to school. I've seen girls going to school because they changed the curriculum. And then now they're going to take up girls, universities going to school. Otherwise, they don't stop girls from studying or reading books. Now, they are going to do that. And ironically, that's the first question a friend of mine asked, because I didn't even know that. Because I see girls going to school, I'm thinking everyone's going to school, right? And I'm not even talking about Kabul. So Kabul is way ahead of the game. So yeah, that's fake news. Fake news. But there's so many things that they have not changed, and they are planning to. They're planning to change that. They have not changed. But this time their stance is a little too lenient, even for my own liking. I'm like, what are you doing? Millions and millions of Muslims everywhere is trying to, sniff out the sense of Khilafah from you guys. And I'm like, yeah, we know, but of course they're not kids, okay? They know what they're doing, but I have my own differences of the way they could have approached. I am looking at it from a Western perspective of how Western definitions of resistance to certain regimes is set up. And they don't have more than a couple of decades, if they're lucky. Otherwise, in this very decade, the global resistance is going to reset and, come and try and take them over again. Not through arms primarily, but could be. Okay. So, because, it's not viable. I mean, what do you think is going on in Israel and Palestine? What do you think is the big vote for Israel, North America? Well, they're the only practicing democracy in the Arabian, whatnot. Okay. So you're going to go and try and bomb every place which has no democracy? What is that all about? Well, that's their first entry, their visible entry, their apparent entry, apparent reason for entry. Otherwise, we know what their agenda is. So this is another bomb in the making of, whatever's going to happen. It's going to blow. It's going to blow. And I am not just the only one. I am very loud, but I'm not the only one who's going to keep telling them. I am telling them that, this time, make sure you prepare a lot more bunkers and a lot more factories, because they're going to come every time. And it's not just them. Everyone should be doing that. Okay. And, but that news is so far from the truth. And I'm actually, not for that. I wish a lot of that news should have been true. Not all of it. I am pro education. Every Muslim is supposed to, be educated, well educated, far more educated than anybody else. But in other realms, I was assuming that they're gonna. Okay, let me just give you an example. They first abolished this legal system, and there are no lawyers in Afghanistan right now. Nobody can be a lawyer. Okay, any case has to be settled within 48 hours, unless it's a financial property agreement case. 20 days. You know what that ministry is called? That ministry is called Amar bin Maruf. Amar bil Maruf wa nahi anil munkar. No lawyers. Anybody is going to come in, is going to fight his own case. The Qadi is going to do whatever he's supposed to do in the light of the Quran and the Sirah. You need to understand, they know where the corruption is. In Pakistan, the most corrupt people ever, you can see, bottom of the barrel, lawyers, people of the law. Right on top of them, judges. On top of them, the police. That's the bottom of the barrel I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So they knew where to hit. They did that. But it's going to take a little while. But you'll be amazed as to. I see women. I've seen girls, women. I'm everywhere. Well, not as much as I would like to see them, but there, this is you'll be amazed as to how open that culture is compared to what I see or we all see or hear about. Okay.